My name is Hannah, and this is my beauty budget. Hi guys! Hi! Hi! Welcome to another quick little bonus video in which I swatch all of the makeup products that belong in one little corner of my makeup collection. So these are all of my red lipsticks, and all I'm going to do is just swatch them for you. I'm going to swatch them, look at them, kind of get a clear sense of what I have going on when it comes to red lipsticks, and just play with makeup. Like I said in my video in which I swatched all of my brown lipsticks, this is just something that I do from time to time. Like, this is just me having fun with my makeup and getting to know my makeup better. This is also one of the ways that I focus on what I already own instead of wanting to buy stuff. Like, a lot of times if I want to buy a red lipstick, what I'll do instead is to swatch all of my existing red lipsticks, remind myself how many there are, remind myself what a wide range of them I have, and remind myself that I kind of forget to wear them as often as I think I want to. So that's what I'm doing. It's just a little moment in the life of makeup playtime that I decided to film. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. So just like I did with the browns, the first thing I'm going to do is try to put these in some kind of color order. I think it probably makes sense to go from the brightest and most orangey one through to the deepest and kind of most blue-toned one. So I'm going to try to put them in that order so that when they swatch out, I'll be comparing the ones that are most similar next to each other. All right, that's my best attempt, but it was kind of difficult to do because what I have are sort of four actually, little groups of colors. So I've got these three quite fiery orangey reds right here. And then right here I have two pinky reds, which is really what they are. They're like cool toned pinky reds. So maybe I'll put them at the end because in reality they're probably the coolest toned of all of them, even though they're not very similar to the dark cool toned reds. That's probably where they belong. And then these two are both rusty, almost brown tone reds, and these are both deep cool tone reds. So I don't know if it will exactly be like a red rainbow, but at least the ones that are the most similar, the ones that are in the same little color world, are grouped together. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer and let's get to swatching. All right, we're starting with the oranges, and this is my most orange lipstick. It's the one that to me definitely actually reads as orange on me instead of reading as red. One of the things that's interesting for me about reds is that because I'm so pale, they kind of all look the same. And if I wear a bright red, a deep red, I just look like I'm wearing a red lipstick. So for me to get a lipstick that looks orange, I'm gonna actually swatch on this hand this time. For me to get a lipstick that looks orange, it has to be really orange. It has to really be like tangerine, otherwise it will just look like a red. And in fact, this one, it's sort of like a fluorescent reddish orange. It actually the camera might have trouble picking this up because it's so bright, but this on camera really just reads red on me. In person though, it reads kind of as orange as I can get without going into like a true dusky orange like the Cosmetics Lip Cloud and Faded Clementine, which is a real orange on me. But I consider that to actually be an orange lipstick, so I'm not including it in this category. This is like a red orange that says red as it gets. I mean, as orange as it gets. It's a red orange that says orange as it gets while still being a red orange. Whereas Infinite Lip Cloud is definitely, it's not a red, it's an orange. So this is another orangey red, kind of like a true fiery orangey red. This is Tom Ford Wild Ginger. I'm always talking about how I wish I wore this more because it's like my dream lipstick and how I always don't. I think that's just how it's going to be with me with this lipstick for our entire lives together. And then you guys are always warning me that I should wear it because Tom Ford lipsticks go bad very quickly. But this one is just as beautiful as it was the day it was born. There's nothing wrong with it. It still smells amazing. It hasn't gone bad. And it must be getting on, it's probably 2.5 years old. I think it was probably 2 years old in February. Is that right? I think it probably was because it was a birthday gift to me. And I think it was 2 years ago, February, that I received it as a gift. However, I have heard that Tom Ford recently updated their lipstick formula, that it used to go bad very quickly, but then they took out the ingredient that was going bad very quickly. I wonder if maybe I got lucky and I got one of the newer ones, because this one's still going strong. There it is right there. You can see that it's definitely redder than the one from Lancome, which was limited edition, by the way. It's just number 9, I guess. No, number 8 of the Lip Kajals from the Parenza Schooler collab. And then there's Wild Ginger, a truly gorgeous red orange. This is my other orangey red. Wild Ginger is sort of satiny. It's a really, really lovely, tenacious, but satiny formula. And this is a really, really matte red orange. It's a mini of the Pat McGrath lipstick in the color Obsessed. And as you can see, even though it's a similar idea, like a red orange, they're incredibly different. This looks like velvet. It looks like orangey red velvet on the lips, whereas Wild Ginger looks like a sort of satiny, comfortable, classy lipstick on the lips. This is like pure drama, and Wild Ginger is a pure but different kind of drama. It's also drama, but it's just not, it's like a little bit more of relaxed drama, if that makes sense. So those are the orangey reds. Next up is ColourPop Who Run This, and I love this color, and I've talked about it before. I'm actually going to go down one but stay in the same row. I've talked about this before. This is like a dream lipstick color for me. It's like a brownish terracotta, and I asked you guys if any of you, oh no, it's getting everywhere, like it always does. I asked you guys if any of you knows, this is the hem of the robe that I currently have on, by the way. I'm sitting here in my bathrobe doing this. I mean, it's not even my bathrobe, it's like my house, my like cotton house robe, one of them. I asked if any of you guys thought that you knew of any dupes for this, and many of you directed me to the Temptalia dupes page for Who Run This. And it seems like ColourPop has made other formulas like this, other colors like this, I mean. And also there's a Milani one that looks like kind of a likely culprit. And I might try one. I think I might actually go out and intentionally try to buy a lipstick that is a matte bullet lipstick that's a dupe for this color, maybe the Milani one, because I really, really love this color, but the stick is broken, it's messy, the formula is a little bit drying and also like so pigmented that it gets everywhere. It's just not the dream of my life. The color is the dream of my life, but the formula is not. So I'm looking for a dupe for that, but it's a really, really pretty rusty red. And then here, Bite Beauty Puree is actually a color dupe for it, but yeah, I mean, they pretty much are. And I've known this for a long time, but it's a totally different formula because this is the Bite Beauty liquefied lipstick, and it's just very, very, very shiny. And I do love wearing it from time to time, but it's not my preference. I really like kind of a creamy matte. So I'm glad that I have this. I'm gonna try to wear it more often. I think I need to remember how much I love this color. I tend to overlook this in my lipstick collection. But given how much I love Who Run This, it's a bit incongruous that I don't wear Bite Beauty Puree more. Sorry, I'm like flubbing my words. I've been filming a lot today, so I've been talking for a long time. Given how much I love ColourPop Who Run This, it's a bit incongruous that I don't wear Bite Beauty Puree more, because I do love the formula. It's not like I don't like shiny lipstick. I think I just tend to overlook it because I feel like it's a little messy, a little difficult, maybe a little less natural for the everyday, but I'd like to get more use out of this. It's a good reminder, this little project, of how good this is, the fact that I have it, etc. All right, so those are the two kind of rusty and in a way orangey reds. I mean, you can see that they have something in common with that top row. It's not like they're totally separate. Sorry, Sadie's like eating really loudly in the background. I wonder if you can hear her crunching away at her food. If you hear that, that's what it is. I wonder which color category should come next. Yeah, let's do this next. So this is the M Cosmetics Infinite Lip Cloud in the color Crimson, and it has been discontinued. So it's been discontinued, this exact color, but they did release another color of Infinite Lip Cloud called Love, which is also a blue-toned red, and I think they probably discontinued Crimson because they wanted to release Love, and they knew that they would be too similar in color for it to make sense to have both of them for sale. So if you like this, if you would like a blue-toned red in the Infinite Lip Cloud formula, I would suggest Love. I bet it's almost exactly the same. And it's funny because here on my hand, this one looks so blue. It looks so berry compared to the other ones, so berry toned. But I know that on the lips, it just looks like a bright red because when it's not being stacked up against orange reds, it doesn't have such an intense blue undertone, but it's definitely a blue red. It's one of my 2 blue red lipsticks, and this is the other one. This is the other Pat McGrath mini, and it is in the color Elson. I'm gonna put it right underneath this one so we can compare. Whoa, look how blue toned that is. Sorry, I've moved out of frame a little. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So that is also really rich and velvety, and it's just, that's the other Pat McGrath up there. You can see that this one is just more blue red, and that one's just more, it's like a really, really orange red compared to Elson. And they are different. I think the Infinite Lip Cloud's actually got more of a berry undertone and is a little bit darker. Elson's closer to a mid-toned red, but it definitely errs on the side of a blue undertone. All right, let's move on to these last 2, which are my pinky reds. And this one's actually billed as a pink. It's the Bobbi Brown Crushed Lipstick in Babe. And it's gonna look really pink next to these. It's gonna look like, Hannah, why are you even swatching it as a red? But because of my undertone and the color of my skin, it just looks red on me. I don't know what to say. It just looks like a red. I think of it as one of my reds. I think of it as a soft red, like a soft, unusual red. And I really, really love this. And I think it is totally unique color-wise to the other kinds of reds that I have. I mean, it obviously is. It's really different. And I don't have pinks really. I don't really have very many pink lipsticks. And so I don't really have anything like this. And this is also a formula that I really, really love. And this last one is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in Famous Red. And it's also a super pinky red, but on the lips, it looks like a brilliant sort of fluorescent red. I can already tell that just like the first one, the camera is gonna have a hard time really understanding this color because it's pretty much fluorescent. But maybe this is better. Like if you look at the color, that color right there, even though this is a swatch of the actual product, that's actually what it looks like on the lips. That fluorescent, really, really, really rich, deep pinky red is what it actually reads like on the lips. On my hand, it's looking a little bit washed out, but when I wear it, I kind of am wearing like that color. And you can kind of see that these are 2 different versions of the same idea, the sort of unusual soft pinky red. It's just that this one is matte and a little bit more fluorescent and more pigmented, and this one's more of like a comfortable everyday formula. But this is definitely a category of red in which I'm glad I have 2 different formulas, but I don't particularly need to collect more in this color group. I feel like these 2 are just right for me. And actually, I feel like that about all of these color categories except for this one, this sort of terracotta red. I would like to have something other than that ColourPop lipstick filling out that category. So this shows me that I don't need any more pinky reds, I don't need any more blue reds, I don't need any more orange reds, and I should not be tempted to buy any reds in any of those categories anytime soon, but that I should maybe be keeping an eye out for kind of a pumpkin red. So that's what I'll be doing. And that is it. Those are my 9 red lipsticks. I hope this was fun for you guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any of these. Let me know what your favorite reds are. Let me know what your favorite is of these 4 kind of categories of red. If you don't have a lipstick in one of these 4 categories, and if you don't want one, like if only one kind of red works for you, I'm just curious to know what you guys think of red lipstick in general and what kind of red lipstick you gravitate towards. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're remembering to take extra good care of yourself right now so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.